Hi, and welcome to Mid-American Gardener. I'm Sandy Mason with the University of Illinois Extension as the State Master Gardener Coordinator, and we are so glad you've decided to join us. And baby, it is cold outside, but we all know it's the perfect time to be thinking about gardening, planning for your gardening season. Maybe you have some questions about what you can grow, or maybe you're thinking about pruning things. Well, Mid-American Gardener is your chance to get some answers to your questions. And we always have an ever-changing cast of characters every show, and tonight is no different. Maybe more character tonight than usual. I don't know. Anyway, so Chuck, why don't you introduce yourself? Character number one.
Yes, character number one. I am Chuck Voigt. I retired from the Department of Crop Sciences here on the Illinois campus. My specialties were vegetables and herbs, but I can answer questions throughout horticulture pretty much if forced to do so.
Okay.
Tonight I have a good question. It's from Maxine, and it came in just this week. Are Brussels sprouts and cabbage sprouts the same or two different vegetables? Well, I had to look up cabbage sprouts because it's like a new terminology that I hadn't heard. But all cabbage sprouts is when you harvest a head of cabbage, there are little buds around the bottom. And good gardeners, and all the gardeners that I've taught over the years know that if you just keep the plant healthy and keep the insects and diseases off of it, those sprouts will grow, and you get little 2-inch wide by maybe 4 or 5 inch tall new heads of cabbage, which apparently are even sweeter and nicer than the others. And marketers have finally given it a name so that they can push it. It's like we talked before about Chinese gooseberries never sold, but when Frida in California started calling them kiwi fruit, they went crazy. So it's like that. Brussels sprouts, although it's the same species as cabbage and broccoli and all those other things, is a separate item. And then the other thing that I thought I might as well talk about, because I've been hearing about it on some of the English allotment blogs and things, are flower sprouts, which is a cross between kale and Brussels sprouts. And so instead of hard little heads all the way down the stem, you get these little loose leaf kales all down the stems. And supposedly they don't have the bitterness of either kale or Brussels sprouts. And so they're very nice. You would probably grow them the same way you would Brussels sprouts, start the seed in June, transplant them in July, and then keep them well watered and free of insects and let them mature in the cool of the fall. And then you'd have a whole stalk full of these cute little tiny flowering kales.
What a great idea. And probably the big thing is just knowing when to plant them, because these are cool season crops, but then really understanding, that's why it's always good to do a little homework, find out.
Because inevitably they'll probably have plants for them in March.
Yeah, which isn't necessarily
the time. That's not good. They just keep getting taller. And you have to
Brussels sprouts, right?
Brussels sprouts, and I'm sure with flower sprouts we do the same thing. And you have to do insect and disease control from March until November that way, where if you start them in June, it's like July into November.
Okay, good to know. I love fall gardening too, so that's a great idea. Thank you very much.
Too.
And Marty.
Sure, thank you. The things you learn. I didn't know that. Anyway, that's why I'm here. My name is Marty Alanya. I'm a private landscaper, and I prefer perennials and shrubs and trees, but that's why we have Chuck. So I'll grow vegetables if you pay me. Anyway, our question here is about ground ivy, otherwise known as creeping Charlie. No offense. Creeping Charlie, everybody has a problem with this. Everybody. The gardens in West the United States has trouble with creeping Charlie. The problem with creeping Charlie is it's pernicious. It's very hardy, and it grows everywhere. It'll grow in full sun, it'll grow in shade. Typically the problem you have with lawns in shade, when creeping Charlie in lawns, is that it's in shade. The more sun in a lawn, usually the less trouble you have with it. But it will infiltrate your perennial beds, it'll climb up, everywhere. You can pull it by hand. It's no fun, but you can do it. I would recommend trying to do that after a deep watering or a big thunderstorm. It's very cathartic. You pull them out and you hear the little screams, you put them in the basket. It's fabulous. If you have it growing in a lawn or in a bed of grasses, or you can use a spray that's specifically for broadleaves and not broad spectrum. That it does broadleaves only and not grasses. Go to your local garden center and ask
Okay,
for that
great.
specifically.
Okay, very good. And actually, I know I've mentioned this before, but I actually kind of like Creeping Charlie. I mean, it does make a nice ground cover in certain areas. I don't like it in my strawberry beds and stuff, so there is that
yeah.
end of it. So,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes people just learn to live with it, right?
I
So-
was just writing a paper about hops for Herb of the Year this year, and ground ivy was actually used as a bittering agent in beer and ale
Good to know.
before hops came into general usage.
So has a use too, so that's good. Well, thank you. Thank you
we
very
wouldn't
much.
want it to taste
And
good.
Jennifer,
Okay.
Jennifer, do you have some fun stuff for us?
I think we could do a whole show on Creeping Charlie.
We probably could.
Very familiar with it. I had to pull
Yeah.
it half of my
Oh, yeah.
lifetime at home. I'm Jennifer Nelson, and I'm a horticulturalist, and I write a blog called Grounded and Growing. And my favorite things are, well, general horticulture, kind of like Chuck, but I also like vegetables and houseplants. And so, you know, bring us your questions. Today I've got an email from a viewer. She has a question about her jade plant. She wants to know what's happening with it. She's had it for 10 years, and it thrived in a south-facing window for longer than that. And during last year, it started losing leaves, and she was thinking that maybe I need to repot it. So it was like 3 plants. So she separated it, used the soil formulated for succulents, and 2 of the 3 are still dropping leaves, not as many. And she's wondering what in the world she's doing wrong, because she's been watering the plant once a week and it was thriving until she divided them. So what can she do? I would say for a jade plant, watering once a week is awfully a lot of water. It is a succulent, and they can go for a long time without being watered, especially in the winter months when they're pretty well dormant. I will say I've got a couple jade plants, and I've watered them maybe twice this winter, but maybe you shouldn't do them as infrequently as I'm doing. But the losing leaves is a sign, though, that it's probably being overwatered. And the fact that she took it in one pot and divided it out to 3, there's a lot of soil that doesn't have roots in it, so it's staying wet, and that's going to just encourage the rotting and the leaf drop. And also, as jade matures, the stem tends to get almost a woody look, and it will naturally lose some of its lower leaves. So you may have a combination of those 2 things going on. But
Okay, very
keep
good.
at it.
Normally it's one that maybe she's loving it to death. Maybe
Yes,
sometimes
it
we love
is.
our plants to death. I think that's part of it. So great.
Are you recommending
And
scientific neglect?
Scientific neglect. That's always a
Benign
good
neglect.
one. Benign neglect. One of the things that I think I love this time of year is we love having indoor plants and stuff. But especially when we start getting around February and Valentine's Day, are these potted miniature roses that are available now? They're wonderful as indoor plants, so you can give them as gifts or give them to gift to yourself. Give yourself one. And the nice thing is they will bloom and bloom and bloom their little hearts out, and then I usually wait until May, and then I go ahead and plant them outdoors. They can live outdoors. They're very hardy, and you can have each Valentine's Day, you can get another one. You could have a whole rose garden just by years and years and years. So they're wonderful plants. People don't always realize that you can plant them outdoors. So I think that's the other good thing. So enjoy and give yourself a gift.
They
That's
do
what I say.
wonderfully.
Yeah, they're very hardy, and
they have
I
a
love the
small
miniature
footprint.
roses. They're much hardier than some
Yeah.
of the other plants.
2 or 3 feet tall maybe, and
good.
maybe half as wide, and they just bloom and bloom.
Okay, super. Okay, and on line 4, we're going to go to our callers. On line 4, we have Chris from Mahomet, and you have some questions about growing tomatoes in plastic bags. What's your question?
I have a question about, I saw these big plastic bags that you could use to plant tomatoes in and set them on your patio, and they would drain and you wouldn't have to worry about them, but they were about maybe 2.5 feet tall. And these people, did you have any idea about them?
Growing tomatoes in bags?
Well, the only thing I heard that's not true is you do have to worry about them.
Yes.
Because anytime you
Good
put
point.
anything in a container,
Right.
the maintenance becomes much more difficult, not easier.
Right.
So you can probably grow tomatoes in them, especially if you don't have access to a garden where you could put them. But I don't know that a plastic bag is necessarily better than a big pot or something else that has good drainage.
Yeah.
Just a really good soil mix in it. Probably fertilize them fairly regularly, but not too heavily at any one time. Give them full sun and keep after them with the watering, because it's going to be more difficult, and if they're kind of enclosed in a plastic bag, it becomes a little more difficult to figure out when they're dried out.
Right. So probably not the best way, but sometimes I've seen it where people just buy a giant bag of potting soil and they rip it open and then basically just plant right into it. So sometimes I think people feel like it's easier, but probably maybe smaller crops like lettuce and some of those might be a little bit better than tomatoes necessarily.
Or like a pixie or a patio tomato,
Patio
in
tomato
a
would be good in
container
that.
works much
Yeah.
better than
Small one.
trying to grow big beefsteaks in those.
Yep. Good idea. It's always fun to try something new, though, right?
I don't know what kind of plastic bag you're talking about, but what I find is that depending on what it's made of, I know it's designed for this, but a typical plastic bag, if you put it in the sun where the tomato needs the light, the plastic breaks down and then it breaks
Yeah,
and the soil
right.
goes all
Good
over.
point.
It's a mess.
I think the ones
Very
they
good.
sell for this are kind of reinforced
Yeah.
and not a quickly degradable polyethylene, I don't think.
Okay. Okay. Fun. It's fun to try something new. Anyway, I did want to mention that last week, we did mention that we're having a brand new podcast joining our Mid-American Gardener family. I'm excited to announce that former longtime host and permanent friend of the show, Diane Nolan, is the podcast's first guest. We love having Diane back. She loves talking about getting ready for spring, planting the vegetable garden, maybe floating row covers, crop rotation, perennials, mulching, vegetables, you name it. If you have questions about these topics for her, get them in as soon as possible by email at yourgarden.gmail.com or message us on Facebook. Just search for Mid-American Gardener. The first episode of Mid-American Gardener podcast will be available for download or streaming on Thursday, February 8th via our website at midamericangardener.org, and will be available via iTunes on that day as well. Give it a listen and let us know what you think. And we love having Diane back. We know she has that passion for gardening that we love to hear about, and I'm so glad she's going to be part of that, and I'm sure you all too are too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good. And we're going to go back to our callers. We have Steve from Bloomington, and you have a question about hydrangeas? Line 2, Steve? You have a
Can you
question?
recommend anything that I can do to big leaf hydrangeas to help them overwinter more successfully, maybe to get more blooms?
Yeah, big leaf hydrangeas. We get a lot of questions
Oh,
about
gosh.
those, don't we?
If we had a nickel for every time
And
someone
a
asks
nickel.
about
So how do you get them
hydrangea.
through the winter?
Yes.
What do you think?
Some people will try to wrap them in burlap. I've never been that ambitious, but the newer varieties will bloom on new wood.
Exactly. If you have the old ones, they're going to only bloom on old wood, and then if they freeze in the winter, then you don't get any blooms the next year. The newer varieties bloom on old and new wood, so you have a little more going for you there. If you do, I have done this. Get some stakes, put them in the ground, get some yardage of burlap, wrap it a couple times around, leave it open at the top, but try to get it as tall as the plant, or at least 2/3 as tall as the plant. You're keeping wind off of it. Pray for snow. That really helps. Mulch really well. Make sure they're moist enough in the fall. Don't let them dry out just because it's cool and you think it's wet enough. Sometimes when it's dry in the fall, it is not.
And I don't think people always realize that there's different species of hydrangeas, and
Oh,
that's
lots.
that's really the tough thing, especially that big leaf hydrangea, that macrophylla, hydrangea macrophylla. That's really a tough one to get through the winter time.
It is.
And so it's a tough one to get to flower. So if you get some of the other ones, like the arborescens, which is like the pink,
yeah.
there's lots of Annabelles, but there's like pink Annabelles and
Or
so really,
paniculata.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
paniculata and the arborescens are the
The
two to
tardivis,
look for. And
yeah.
I know that sounds like those big words, but it is one of those things that really, picking the right cultivar makes all the difference in the world, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Big leaves are just prima donnas.
Yeah, the big leaves are prima donnas. We're not here for prima donnas, are
do
we?
do
We
a
don't
little
like that. Okay,
research,
very good.
Steve. And just look up different kinds of hydrangeas. That you might find, dang, this is more work than I want to do, and get something different.
Yes, we always want something different. don't we?
Oak leaf
And on-
is pretty too.
Oh, Kirks are great.
Yeah, oak leaf is really
Yep,
good too.
They
That's
are.
another one too. So good. And on line 5 we have Venus from Decatur, and you have a problem with the lilac.
Yes, ma'am. I have the lilac for about several years, and when the first time I planted it, plenty of bloom. Now it doesn't bloom hardly, but it's tall, about 6 or 7 feet tall now, and I have not cut it down.
Wow. So it sounds like it's growing well. So why wouldn't it bloom a lilac?
My first idea was that you were pruning it, but if you're not pruning it, my
And-
goodness.
Has anything about the location changed as it's gone from being really sunny to really shady? Because sometimes if lilac are not in enough sun, they don't bloom very well.
It's kind of a next to the what you call it, cedar tree.
Oh, a cedar tree? Oh, I wonder if it's getting a lot of shade.
Yeah, if it's in too much shade, that will affect the ability to flower.
Yeah. So sometimes that's a really tough one. So
Yeah.
yeah. So you might think about, I don't know, maybe think about moving it. I don't know. That might be a tough call. Or maybe try another lilac in another location. That might be a good one. So yeah,
You could
might try that.
also, of course, try fertilizing it with a high phosphorus fertilizer. The 3 numbers on the bag of fertilizer, the one in the middle is phosphorus, and that encourages bloom. So you might try something like that, some bone meal, see what happens there. That couldn't hurt, might help.
Very good. And Peggy, I think you have a great question for this time of year, and you have a question about cutting roses on line 3.
Like the one you have on the table.
Oh, just
And it's got real tall, and she's wanting to know when she can cut it back and how much she can cut back on it.
okay. Very good. When to cut roses.
Outdoor roses, not in, not like the.
It looks like the one you have
Right,
on the
but it's out. But
Right,
it's outdoors.
but it's
right?
out in the yard.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually don't prune roses until they're starting to break. Still, they come out of dormancy, and we call them breaking. When you start to see little mouse-ear leaves coming off of them, that way, if you had some cold dieback from winter, then you know where the cold died back to. If you don't get any dieback, and you want to just prune it for shape, that's the time to do that as well. Take out any older wood, take out any spindly wood, reduce it by maybe 1/3 if it's getting too large.
Because it is one of those things that sometimes even these miniature roses,
Yeah.
even though the flower is miniature, sometimes the plant can actually get some pretty good size.
Yeah.
And actually even
They
things like
kinda go
knockout
boing.
roses and some of those
they
really
get
get some,
crazy.
they,
They
get
can
crazy
get
big,
yeah.
if you let them go too much.
Yeah, so you can cut them, especially shrub roses, like for instance knockouts. You can cut them pretty harshly, and they'll come back. But just typically 1/3 of the wood at a time is about all you want to take out.
So that's a good one to kind of wait on, maybe roses.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
we
I
talked
don't-
about butterfly
yeah.
bush, maybe waiting on that. But is there
Yeah.
something that people could actually prune right now when it's this cold?
We pruned a viburnum at home that was just something we'd been meaning to do, and took some of the bigger branches out and just did some shaping last weekend.
Yeah, you can do some, if you have yew or boxwood you want to shape, you can do that right now. Evergreen, like evergreen hedges or anything like that. You can do aronia, you can do
Yeah, grapes.
yeah.
Time
for
Yes,
grapes?
Yes, grapes. Anything that flowers in the spring, don't cut that now. You're cutting off your flowers.
Won't kill it though, but
no.
you will sacrifice flowers.
True. Yeah, true. But if you're only growing that specifically for a bloom in the spring, don't cut it now. Cut it right after it blooms. You can also prune trees, like ornamental trees right now. And I know they do. I just said don't prune them till after you bloom. But right now, without the leaves on, you can see the structure of the tree better. You can take out whips and dead branches and that kind of thing.
good
Prune it up.
therapy.
Yeah.
When you get cabin fever and you're
It's
just
so
dying to get
nice
out there
to
and
get
do
out.
something, it's really, really
You can
good.
cut off ornamental grasses right now.
Yeah,
Might
can
be a
do
little bit
ornamental
early,
grasses.
but you can still do it. Take it. It's not going to hurt it.
And people may not realize also, if you cut a few of your like crab apples and some of those, that actually they'll go ahead and bring them inside. They'll actually go ahead and flower.
Your
They're not
forsythia
going to
is
live.
gonna-
They're
But,
not
yeah.
going to live forever. But it's like a cut flower then,
Sure.
which is
Yeah.
pretty darn
Cornelia and
cool.
cherry dogwood.
Yeah.
That one does.
They're so
it's
pretty.
really easy.
They're
and
so
It's
pretty.
that cherry yellow.
Yeah, anything to
forsythia.
make it through the winter, right? We're all ready for that. So, what kinds of things? We were talking about starting different, vegetable crops or whatever. Are there other things that maybe people could think about actually starting seedlings or anything along those lines?
I
You might be
try
thinking
to.
about doing.
Well, yeah. Well, like Chuck said, it is kind of early for any other kind of a seed. The only other thing I would think is if you're doing poblano peppers, poblanos, they're big, and they have a lot of structure. I mean, they're almost like a small tree, and they have a long, long growing season. So you might start them, but even the 1st of February is even a little early for them. I think
Yeah.
maybe more like the end of February. Earlier than tomatoes maybe. But you can put those in the ground you'll have to transplant them, but you can put them in the ground when they're in a bigger pot because they take a lot of growth. I mean, but the payoff.
Yeah.
is
So maybe
fabulous.
some herbs or anything?
Yeah.
Like even some-
Habanero peppers, well,
Oh,
peppers
yeah, they
develop
take a
really
long
slowly
time.
from seed as
Yes,
well.
they do.
Sure. Some of the cool weather things, chives you could get going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, sage maybe if you get started.
How about something out of the vegetable bin? Could you like your garlic maybe? Any of those kind of things.
That's easy
Sure.
to do.
If you have
Go to the vegetable bin.
if you have some garlic
Okay.
that's sprouting
Thank-
anyway,
Yeah.
you could pot that up and have some green garlic scallions in a pot just very quickly. It's milder and sweeter and it's just really kind of fun to use.
Oh,
Okay.
they are, and the scapes are good. I mean, they're good.
Very good. So lots of good things. So thank you all very much. And I think we just have a few more minutes. But is there any other kinds of things that you guys are really thinking about or excited about doing? Anything yet this year, or new plants, or any of those good things?
I've been out working on weedy shrubs, the Amur honeysuckle and other things that sprout up all over the place. Hackberries seem to be bad for me.
Oh,
Mulberries and walnuts, although mulberries and walnuts kill a little easier than
yeah.
hackberry and elm just come up from root suckers like crazy. It's
Right.
kind of frustrating, but it's also kind of nice to chop down a bunch of them, get a good brush pile burning.
Why don't we go ahead and do our emails? We
Okay.
have a few more emails here.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. We do a few-
Pete from Arlington Heights had a question about tomatillos. He's tried raising tomatillo plants for a few years without much success. Plants it along with the tomato plants. It gets really big but bears almost no fruit until and what does is very late in the season. He's heard that you need 2 plants to get good yields. I don't know that's
Yeah,
a
I'm not sure
consideration.
I've ever heard that.
It just has a long
I
growing
think
season.
I think
but-
maybe
Yeah, aren't they like
uh,
potatoes?
if you can get them going somehow earlier than start them maybe with the peppers so that they have another couple of weeks to grow the plants before you put them out, because they come up as volunteers in the garden and make abundant fruit. So I don't know
I've never had that
if it's in full sun and you
Yes.
get them out, a fairly good sized plant that's about ready to bloom. When you plant it out, you should have success with them. So keep trying and just try to get it going a little sooner.
Yeah. Okay, good idea. And Marty?
Maybe you could plant them now. Start them from seed. There you go. We have a viewer who is interested in trying to grow his own tea. Tea doesn't typically grow here in central United States, but has a heated greenhouse, trying to keep it alive in winter. So even the harsh winters like the one where temperatures dip, he can still keep the greenhouse maybe 45 to 52 degrees at night. Would we recommend any particular variety? And do we have any tips about growing one? Michael, I've never known anybody who wanted to grow tea in Illinois before, but I would be delighted for you to give it a spin and let us know how it works. We didn't have time for this question a couple weeks ago, but we were talking about it around the table before the show started, and it's just such a different idea, and nobody had any ideas about varieties.
I'm thinking
Well,
green.
No?
I'm thinking
it's a
greenhouse.
camellia, so if people have camellias
Yeah.
that they overwinter up here in the north and they flower nicely, so you'd think Camellia sinensis would have similar requearments.
There you
And
go.
as far as cultivars, because we're so far away from where you grow it,
Yeah.
you'd probably be lucky to find just a
Any.
species plant, a Camellia sinensis,
Right, and go
as
for it.
opposed
Have
to
some fun.
That's
Yeah.
why I was
Yeah,
wondering.
and that's a great part about gardening. Just have some fun. And you had a question.
I was
Give it a
going to add
spin.
to the tea question. There actually is a North American tea plantation near Charleston, South Carolina. It's the only place in North America that grows tea,
Oh.
and I got to see it a few years ago. So you might talk to them and see what
Or a
their
field trip.
Or
My
a field
word.
trip. Go
Look
see
at
it. But my email, really quick, is a houseplant ID. This person has had this houseplant for 3 years, and they have no idea. They've looked online and can't find the identity of it. And when she bought it, it had tiny pink flowers, and they have not returned. It's got waxy leaves, and the plant seems to want to grow outwards.
Ah.
And they sent this picture, and that is a kalanchoe. And that is really what it looks like if you're growing it in not enough light. So it wants really, really bright bright light, usually brighter than what you have in your house naturally. You can try to cut it back. and give it a really good bright location this summer. And it is one that reacts to long nights. So about October, if you put it undisturbed, it will bloom again for you. 14-hour nights.
Okay, very good. And we did have a caller on line 3. Elaine, do you have a really, really quick question? Or maybe we'll answer it real quick. For Cynthia, when do you prune them?
After the
After they
bloom.
flower.
After they bloom. For Cynthia, after they bloom. Thank you very much, Elaine. And we want to make sure that everybody thinks about our podcast that's coming up here very soon. Diane Nolan's going to be on it. If you have any questions for Diane, make sure that you email those to us or connect with us on Facebook. And I'm really excited about that. And thank you all. Have a great week gardening. I know I'm looking forward to looking through those garden catalogs. Thank you very much.